Madison's POV. I'm really sorry to scare you, Ezekiel says, looking guilty, so I smile looking at him. It's okay. I am not scared anymore. I reply, feeling Gabriel squeezes my hand. Suddenly, Ezekiel's eyes fall on my baby bump and his eyes gets comically big, making me wonder if he knows about my pregnancy or not. What's this, Gabriel? Ezekiel asks, looking angry. Madison is a surrogate mother for Luna Naomi, who is the maid of Alpha Nicholas. Gabriel explains in short. Still, Ezekiel doesn't seem to like what he is hearing. I am sorry if I sound rude, but I don't think it's a good idea for you to be a surrogate mother. I don't think you are barely 18, so your body must not ready to handle a baby. I am just worried about you. I sigh in relief hearing his words. Thank you for your concern, but I wanted to help my sister like Luna, and that's why I've taken this big step. I reply, although inside I am feeling very guilty for lying. Sir, the dinner is ready. One of the maid inform. You go and set the table. We are coming. Gabriel replies before turning to face Ezekiel. Why don't you join us for dinner? Gabriel asks, but Ezekiel shakes his head in denial. Not today. I have to go back to my place or my sister will have my head on a golden platter. Ezekiel replies, making me wonder why he is so scared of his sister. Soon, after he leaves the mansion, Gabriel and I walk towards the dining room. Like every day, he sits on the head of the table while I take my place in his right side. The maids start bringing many things, which I find very delicious. There are butterflied lamb, tofu soba noodles, and ginger snap pea slaw with seared salmon for dinner. Although I am not a big fan of fishes, but this one looking very nice, I take a small piece of the salmon and bite it. It's so good. I say aloud without noticing that Gabriel is looking at me. Then you can have mine as well. By saying this, he puts his piece of fish on my plate while I keep staring at him with wide eyes. Why did you do that? I voice out. Because you like the fish. Also, salmon is not my cup of tea, so you eat the fish. He replies, smiling gently at me. Gabriel's POV. I am looking at my mate who is sound asleep, making me feel like a creep for staring at her. But what can I do when she looks so admirable that it's hard not to look at her? I was so amused when she got scared Ezekiel's hard expression, but then also felt guilty, so I told my best friend to stop scaring my mate. However, the moment Madison mentioned about the baby Cyrus started to growl so loudly in my mind that it felt like my head could burst any moment. But thankfully, I was able to control him that time. I need to talk to him about his behavior. This is the first time he is not telling me something, and I am not liking it a bit. So with that thought in mind, I get up from the bed and walk out of the bedroom to go to the backyard. Upon arriving there, I take off my clothes and change into my pure black wolf, much to his dismay. I run straight to the forest attached to the backyard and try to communicate with Cyrus, who has become too stubborn for my liking. What's wrong with you, Cyrus? I ask through our special mind link. Nothing. That's all he replies. I can tell that you are hiding something from me. You don't even seem to like the fact that we have found our mate. I remark angrily. I don't see the point to be happy to get a slut of a mate. He snaps, making me stop running. How dare you call our mate a slut? Have you lost your mind completely? I growl at him. Gabriel, I think it's time you know everything. He says, and before I can reply, a scene starts to display in my mind. It's a scene where Madison and Alpha Nicholas is being intimate in her room. What has me stunned is that she is not being forced. Instead, she is kissing him back by herself. I try to reach out, but found a barrier between us. Then they started to take off their clothes, and the next second, I know that bastard is fucking him. The moment the scene stops playing, I let out a thundering growl that shake the land. I can't believe that my mate has been pretending to be an innocent person. She is far from being innocent, and that also means she is not a surrogate mother for anyone. She has gotten pregnant by that Alpha having sex. Alpha Nicholas is not the wrong one here, but that Madison. She has forced Nicholas to sleep with her, or she will tell Luna Naomi that Nicholas has raped her. He has shown me proof of their conversation where she is clearly threatening him. Cyrus explains painfully. Here I was thinking that our mate is so innocent and so big-hearted that she is helping her sister like Luna. I utter, feeling like killing myself. I didn't want to hurt your feelings, but I knew that I couldn't keep the truth away from you. Also, that slut is getting too comfortable with you, so I need to show her what her place should be," he says, making me nod my wolfy head. "We will, brother. We will show her hell, and at the end she will ask for death, but we will not let her die so easily. We will hurt her so badly that she will regret cheating on us." I let out Madison's POV. Gabriel is behaving very oddly from yesterday, like he is not talking to me much or even doesn't ask me about my health. My feelings about something bad happening is getting big, and I think it relates to Gabriel. Do you think Cyrus, his wolf, has told him about the pregnancy? Reese lets out, making me gasp. "Oh no, I haven't thought about it. Maybe you are correct, and that's why our mate is behaving like this," I reply, clutching the flower vase which I am cleaning. If my assumption is true, then I am sure our mate will not believe us. It does not matter if it's Gabriel or Cyrus, both are the same and they will not accept us. I used to think that our mate would believe us, but after hearing Cyrus's hateful words, my hope has shattered completely. Now, I just want to keep our unborn pup safe from any harm, she says with a pain-filled tone, making me tear up. "Reese, I am so sorry. Everything is happening because of me. If I could protect myself from Alpha Nicholas, then we wouldn't have been pregnant and our mate would have loved us very much," I reply, putting the vase on the nearby table and wiping my tears. "Stop harassing yourself, Madison. We were never strong enough to fight that monster, and we couldn't reject an Alpha's order, so we're not the wrong one here. I know I seem like an innocent one, but I am not that innocent to understand what's wrong or right," she retorts, making me nod my head. "Now stop crying and wait for our mate to come back from his work. Then ask him directly what's going on," she says. "You are right, Reese. I will ask him right away without wasting time," I reply. I cleaned the flower vase and then filled it with clean water. After that, I put the sunflowers in it, which I have picked up from the garden. I look at the bright flower one more time before making my way towards the washroom to take a warm bath. I am having muscle pain for some time, which I think is the reason for my stomach getting stretched due to the pregnancy. So I told this to Mrs. Pamela, and she suggested that I need to take warm bath daily with some essential oil to soothe my muscles. I fill the tub with warm water and then add a few drops of lavender oil to it. After getting naked, I carefully get inside the tub and feel relaxed. But still, my thoughts are filled with Gabriel. I really don't want him to misunderstand me, but I also can't control his thoughts. His wolf already thinks so bad about me, so it's futile to hope that he won't think the same. Before meeting him, I never wanted to meet my mate, fearing that my mate would reject me for being an Omega. But now that I think about it, I will not get rejected because of being an Omega, but being a cheater. I don't even get to explain my side of the story, knowing that I can't reveal the truth of Mrs. Pamela getting hurt. I know that my mate is very strong, but when it comes to the person whom I consider as a mother, I can't take any risk, so I will not tell anyone anything about Alpha Nicholas blackmailing me. I will keep lying about being pregnant through surrogacy, but will save Mrs. Pamela. I get out of the tub and wipe my body with a clean towel before staring at my body through the mirror, feeling happy to see that my baby is growing well. I run my hand over the baby bump and smile to myself just to think about her. Yes, my motherly instinct is keep telling me that the pup is a baby girl, and I have always wanted my first baby to be a girl so that I can pamper her like a princess. But only the future will tell if I will get to meet her or not. Because I am sure Naomi will be super protective of this pup and will barely let anyone touch it. So it's better if I don't raise my hope. Madison's POV. Finally, Gabriel has come home, but he is not talking to me, which kind of confirmed that his wolf must have told him everything. Today's dinner is prepared by me, much to the maid's reluctant. I have a habit of working in the kitchen, and I really like this, so to pass my time here, I have decided to make dinner. I have made balsamic chicken, which only took me 30 minutes to make it. Then I have made pasta pomodoro, which is one of my favorite dishes. And lastly, for dessert, I have made peanut butter trifle. Right now, I am setting the table for dinner, and on cue, Gabriel walks towards me. However, without saying anything, he sits down in his place. I ask the maid to bring the dinner while I take my usual place. I have asked the maids to not mention that the dinner is made by me because I don't think he will eat it. Thankfully, he doesn't question anything and seems to like what's being served. A small smile grazes my lips, but I quickly hide it, not wanting him to encounter it. I also finish my dinner and go to help in the kitchen, but this time no one is letting me do anything. "Ma'am, you have been working since morning, so please take some rest. We can do the rest from here," one of the maids remarks, giving me a gentle smile. "Okay then, I will let you do the works. But before that, please have your dinner. I have made enough for you all to eat." I tell them, "Thank you so much for your concern, ma'am. We will definitely eat what you have made." Another one remarks, making me feel happy that they will eat what I have made. "Good night, guys." I let out and walk out of the kitchen. Upon arriving in the bedroom, I find it fully dark, which makes me a little scared. But thanks to my wolf sense, I can walk properly without getting blocked by anything in my path. After a little struggle, I make it to the bed and sit down on it. However, suddenly a hand pulls me towards a hard chest, making me scream. "Stop screaming!" Gabriel growls, making me halt, but more scared, because this is the first time I have heard him growl, and he is as scary as his wolf. "What are you doing?" I ask fearfully. "I'm doing what you like," he replies, which confused me. "What do you mean? Look, I don't like darkness, so can you please switch on the lights?" I plead, but all he does is laugh, as if I'm saying some joke. "Nope, the lights won't be switched on, because I don't want to see your filthy face while ravishing your body." I am taken aback by his choice of words. "Why are you talking to me like this? What's wrong with you?" I ask, holding back my tears. "Oh, my innocent yet clever mate, you really think that I am a fool to believe in you, but not anymore, because you're not worthy of anything." "Oh, yes, you are worthy to be a fuck buddy, and that's what you're going to be for me from now on." He remarks so cruelly that my body shiver with disgust. "How can you talk to your mate like this, Gabriel?" I whisper, not having enough courage to yell. "It's sir to you from now, not Gabriel. Because the moment you decided to sleep with another man, you lost the chance of being my mate." He snaps while holding my waist too tightly that I am sure he will leave a bruise there. "Stop, please. You are hurting me." I let out while tears stream down my face. "This is just the start, my dear Madison. I will hurt you more than you can think of." He doesn't even let me reply and bit the left side of my neck so harshly that I let out a blood-curdling scream. I thrash in his hold, but he doesn't let me go and keep his canines attached to my neck. I am feeling so much pain that I am sure going to pass out. But I think he is not done with his torture yet, because the next second he tears open my loose t-shirt with his claws and grab my right boob, hardly making me wince in pain. "Oh, moon goddess, please save me. I don't want to be raped by my mate. Please save me." That's what I keep chanting in my mind in hopes that somehow Gabriel will stop his assault, and thankfully, after a few minutes, he lets me go. I dash inside the washroom, not caring that blood is flowing out of the injury from my neck or my boob is out. I just need to go away from the monster that has taken over my mate. I switch on the shower and stand there not moving a muscle. I still can't believe my mate has done something so horrible to me. I put my hand on the place he has bitten and let out a loud cry, seeing the blood on my fingers. I have heard that marking feels pleasurable and special, but today I haven't felt any of these. Instead, I am hating it because my mate hasn't taken my consent. He has behaved like Alpha Nicholas, and now I won't be able to even look at him in the eyes without reminding me of his cruel gestures. Why did mate hurt us like this, Maddie? Reese whimpers in my mind, making me feel more of a shitty being. I am sorry, Reese. I can't save ourselves. You shouldn't have bonded with a weak human like me. You deserve so much better. I let out while dropping to my knees. Stop blaming yourself for someone else's wrongdoing. We are sisters from birth, so no, I don't want any other human besides you. She scolds me while I keep crying, just thinking about our terrible luck. Reese, we have to leave this place, or I don't think he will let out baby live. We are Omega, so we won't be able to take his torture, and that can put our pup's life in danger. I let out, wiping my tears. You are right, but how are we going to do this? She asks. I don't know, but I will make some plan and get out of here. We have to save our unborn pup. I remark. Gabriel's POV. So, how it's going with your mate? Andrew asks. Good. I reply curtly, not wanting to disclose the truth to him. What do you mean by good? You are not looking very happy like you used to do before. Is everything all right? He asks worriedly. Andy, everything is all right. I'm just thinking about the poison which has been found in that warrior's body. We still have no clue what it is, and it's not a good thing. I tell him, trying to change the topic. You are right, bro. We need to find out what type of chemical is in there in the poison, or that unknown group can cause more problems for us in the future. He replies, looking tense. Have Merrick found anything? I ask, looking through some documents. He is doing his best, but yet he doesn't have any clue about the chemical. He replies, making me nod my head. By the way, how is it going with the adoption process? I ask, remembering that they are trying to adopt a little girl who is only 3 years old and has lost her parents in an accident. It's going pretty good, and I am sure we will be able to adopt Mia in the coming month. He replies, looking excited. Mia? Is that what you're going to call her? I ask, feeling amused. Her name is Mia, and neither Merrick nor I want to change it, he answers. Soon after that, he leaves for his company, but not before reminding me that Mom and Dad are coming next week to meet my mate. That's another thing I don't want right now. I already have so much on my plate. If my parents find out that I haven't completed the mating process, then they will ask me numerous questions. Also, they don't have any clue about my whore mate's pregnancy. So, there is going to be a lot of argument in the next week. After completing my work in the company, I hurriedly reach my mansion because I have to solve some problems tonight by anyhow. I have been keeping to myself, not wanting to talk to that whore, but I can't let my parents or anyone find out the truth or they will be heartbroken. Also, they will tell me to reject that slut, which I will never, because then I won't be able to punish her the way I want. I quickly finish my dinner, not sparing a glance at her, and go to the bedroom where the first step of her punishment will take place. But before doing that, I need to switch off all the lights, because I don't want to ruin my vision seeing her face. When I feel her sitting on the bed, I wrap my hand around her waist and pull her towards me. She tries to protest, but I don't listen to her and let her know that I already know about the truth behind the pregnancy. I don't let her say anything because I bit the left side of her neck, marking her as mine. But for some reason, I want to stop hurting her when she lets out a scream of pain. Yet, I keep going and tear her t-shirt before squeezing her right boob very harshly. When I feel like she has enough for tonight, I let her go. I can see that the white bedsheet is shimmered with her blood. Also, my front side is full of her blood. But I don't let the guilt get over my head. I haven't done anything bad. I have just marked my territory. However, when after half an hour, she doesn't come out of the washroom, I decide to check on her. I try to open the door but find it locked, so I retrieve a duplicate key from the drawer and then open the door. Why are you taking so long in the shower? Get out and clean the bed. I have to sleep. I order in my alpha voice, knowing well how weak omegas get hearing this, but I don't care right now. I want to hurt her so badly that no mate will dare to cheat on their significant one from the next time. Sorry. She says scaredly, but gets out of there with only a towel wrapped around her body. But before she can leave the washroom, I snatch the towel from her body, leaving her naked. We are mates, so you don't need to hide your body from me. Also, it's not like you have any shame left in your body, I remark, smirking at her. I clench my jaw when I notice that her eyes are filled with tears, but she is not letting them fall. If it was before, I would have killed myself before hurting her like this, but not after knowing her real face. What are you waiting for? Get out of my sight. I snap, making her scurry away from there. I close the door before punching the mirror, breaking it into tiny pieces like my heart has been broken into small pieces that no amount of love or happiness can mend it together again. I hate her. I hate her too much that I want to destroy her completely. She has turned me into a monster, which I wasn't before, so now she has to face the wrath of this monster every single day till I kill her with my bare hands. I have a suggestion for you, Cyrus says through the mind link. What is it? I ask, seeing that my cuts are already healing due to my werewolf genes. Let's make a call to Courtney. he suggests, making me smirk when I realize what he is trying to say. Good idea, Cyrus. Courtney will be the perfect weapon for us to hurt Madison. Now that I have marked her, she will regret ever cheating on me. I remark Madison's POV. I look at the blood-covered sheet and let the tears flow. It didn't hurt this much when Alpha Nicholas rapped me for the first time that it's hurting right now. Because this time it's my mate who has hurt me. Yes, he hasn't rapped me, but forcefully marking me can be considered rape. Now I can't even look at him without getting scared just thinking about what his next step will be. My chain of thoughts breaks when the cool wind starts blowing, making me shiver. I quickly change the bedsheet with a clean one, and just as I am going to get inside the blanket, my mate snatched that from me too and threw a small cloth towards me. My bed is too valuable for you to sleep on it. So, from now on you will be sleeping on the couch, he remarks, smirking at me. I look at him for some time just thinking, how can a person change so much in the span of a few days? But this time I don't let the tears fall that are threatening to fall and nod my head. I pick up the cloth and walk towards the couch before lying on it. I cover my naked body with the cloth, which barely help to reduce the cold. I watch as he gets into the bed and cover himself with the warm blanket. I heave a sigh and put my hand over the baby bump, trying to feel a little warm. But my werewolf genes are not strong enough to beat the cold of Toronto. It's so cold in here, and my body is not used to being in this much cold. However, I have to get used to it because I don't know when I will be able to get away from this place. Gabriel's POV. I open my eyes after pretending to be in deep sleep because I didn't want to face Madison. But when I look towards her sleeping form, something inside me breaks. I gulp down the guilt which is creeping inside me just seeing her shivering because of the cold. I turn around so that I don't have to see her face and try to think of different things. But my mind is so full of her thoughts that I can't even think about any other things. I get up from the bed and walk towards the closet from where other blankets are stored. I pull out a warm one and walk back towards the couch. My eyes fall on her hand, which is holding the baby bump protectively, making me clench my fist in fury. Still, I cover her nearly bare body with the blanket because the pup hasn't done anything wrong, so I don't see the point of punishing it. This time when I lie down on the bed, surprisingly I don't feel as bad as before. Oh, Moon Goddess, please help me in solving this dilemma. My mind is going to burst with how many different types of thoughts are running in it. I should be happy after punishing Madison, then why I'm feeling so bad, as if I have done something bad. But no, I haven't, because whatever I have done, she deserves everything. Madison's POV. Why am I feeling so warm? That's the first thought that comes to my mind when I wake the next day, but then I realize that my body is being covered by a blanket. I sit down hastily, not knowing when I get the blanket. I look around and notice that the bed is empty, indicating that Gabriel must have gone for his early morning training. It's Gabriel who put this blanket over you, Reese remarks. But why? Wasn't he the one who wanted to hurt me? Then why did he help me? I ask, not able to understand his need to help me. That's something I also don't know because his wolf Cyrus doesn't even spare me a glance. If I say so myself, then I would say that Cyrus is more dangerous than Gabriel. She replies, making me nod my head. I agree with you in this because Cyrus is a very scary wolf. I retort and suddenly feel like throwing up, so I run towards the washroom carefully so that I don't slip. Mrs. Pamela has told me that the 3rd month is the hardest month during a pregnancy. And now that I am very near to being in my 3rd month, I keep throwing up in the morning. I brush my teeth to get the nasty taste out of my mouth and decide to shower because my shoulder is still hurting from last night. After showering, I start wiping my body with a towel when my eyes fall on the mark, which is left by Gabriel. Instantly, my eyes water just by thinking how badly he treated me. Some tears falls, but I wipe them before going towards the closet to get dressed. I wear a white polka dot maxi dress, wanting to feel relaxed. After applying moisturizer on face and lip balm on lips, I leave the room. However, when I arrive downstairs, I hear loud laughter, raising my confusion because it's only 7 in the morning for someone to be here. Still, I walk towards the living room from where the sounds are coming. Surprisingly, I find my mate all dressed up in nice clothes sitting beside a very beautiful woman who is talking about something making Gabriel laugh aloud. Instantly, a wave of jealousy surged through me, seeing the two together, looking so happy together. "Who is she, Gab?" That woman voice pulls me away from my thought, making me look at her. "She is Madison, my mate," Gabriel replies, glaring at me. "Oh, so this is your famous mate who is pregnant with someone else's pup." That woman remarks, looking up and down at me. But what has me cringing is the way she is behaving so casually around my mate, and also how she remarks about my baby, making me think if she knows everything. Yes, she is the one who decided to cheat on me, but now that you've come here, I don't need anyone anymore. Gabriel replies, wrapping his arm around her waist. "That's right, babe. We can start from where we left the things. Oh, by the way, it's nice to meet you. I am Courtney Thomas," she says while smiling at me. "Why don't we go to our bedroom? I am sure you must be tired after traveling for so long." Gabriel lets out, making me clench my fists, but I keep my mouth shut. "Of course, darling, but can you please pick me up in your arms? I don't want to walk anymore." I look away from them, hearing Courtney's words. "Sure," I hear Gabriel replies, and soon they leave from there. So he has already found someone to replace me. Then why did he mark me? He could have rejected me and let me go, but no, he has to mark me so that I feel pain every time he touches someone else. Like right now, my skin is itching so badly that I want to scrape them raw. I walk outside the mansion because I feel like suffocating. I sit on the bench in the garden and let the cold wind touch my skin. I look at the phone in my hand and decide to call Mrs. Pamela because only she will be able to make me feel good. I dial her number, but after numerous rings, she doesn't pick up the call. Maybe she is busy seeing it's time for her to look after the younger pups in the daycare. I want to shift, but I don't feel comfortable enough to shift because still this place is unknown to me. At the Red Moon Pack 2, I used to shift only alone because many pack members like to make fun of my small-sized wolf. "Ma'am, please come inside and have breakfast," one of the maids says, standing beside the bench where I am sitting. "Has Gabriel eaten?" I ask, already estimating the answer. "No, he has ordered not to disturb him, and Courtney, ma'am," the maid replies, making me nod my head. "Let's go," I reply and follow her inside. Gabriel's POV. I sit down on the couch where Madison slept last night, and that's why her scent is so strong here, making my mouth water. But I can't let my emotion control the reality that my mate has cheated on me. Madison looks so innocent that it is hard to believe that she can cheat on you. Courtney remarks, handing me a cup of coffee. I used to think the same, but then I learned the reality. That's why I have asked you to come here and pretend to be my girlfriend so that I can make her feel the pain she has given to me. I reply, taking a sip from the coffee. Maybe you are right, but I need to look at her behavior closely to see if your assumptions are correct or not. Also, her previous pack's Alpha Nicholas might have said lied to you so that you don't punish him. She retorts, making me look at her to see if she is all right or not. Why are you taking her side? You are my friend, not her. I remark, yes, I remember that I am your friend, but just by looking at her, I am having second thought about what you have told me. As a witch, it's easy for me to sniff if anyone lying, and that's why I am telling you to look at the matter more detailed way before you punish her any further. She says, and I can't deny that she has a point. For now, let not talk about her anymore. I am already not in good mood, so please stop this discussion. I reply, making her sigh. Okay, as you wish. She mumbles. I walk towards the window and look towards the garden, where I find Madison sitting on a bench, looking so sad that I want to go there and let her know that nothing is going on between Courtney and me. But I don't, because I can't let my emotions get the best of me. Courtney is right. I have to look at the matter more deeply, because that Alpha Nicholas can be the one who has lied to me. But before that, I will keep my acting going on. Madison's POV. While I am in the midway eating breakfast, Gabriel and Courtney come downstairs, making me stop eating. I feel like throwing up just by seeing them together, but I hold myself back and retrieve eating, because I need to be healthy for my pup who is completely dependent on me. So, babe, when are we going for the date? Courtney asks Gabriel, who smiles brightly at her. Whenever you want, darling. I grip the fork tightly, hearing him call her so sweetly. Then, let's go tonight. I want to spend some alone time with you without anyone hovering over us. Courtney remarks, smirking at me. That's a great idea, as I also need to talk to you about the party which I will be throwing in your honor. Gabriel replies, kissing her on the cheek. I get up from my place, leaving my half-eaten breakfast, and leave from there. I can't eat while they keep giving me those looks of disgust as if I have done something wrong. Yes, I have slept with a man who is not my mate, but that's not my fault. That said man happened to be an alpha and used his power over me. I walk towards my bedroom and notice that there are 2 big luggage on the floor beside the bed. Oh, so they are really planning to stay in the same bedroom. Okay, then I will not come between them and move out of this room. I directly go inside the closet and pack all my things in the single luggage that I got with me. I don't even look around the room where I am staying after I have arrived in this mansion. I wipe the stray tear that has succeeded to fall and walk out of the room before making my way towards a further room, which I find unoccupied. This room is very small compared to Gabriel's room, but I can live here peacefully without having to look at the two being romantic with each other. I put my stuff inside the small almirah and lie down on the bed, feeling tired all of a sudden. However, my eyes snap open when I feel something wet on my legs. I sit up and look at my legs to see that there is blood, which makes my body cold just thinking about my pup. I let out a shrill cry of help because I can feel more blood leaking out of my vagina. The door burst open and walk inside Gabriel along with Courtney. If it was some other day, I would never ask for their help. But now I need them to help me save my pup. So without thinking much, I look towards my mate with pleading eyes so that he helps me. Thank goodness he doesn't waste time and pick me up in his arms before asking Courtney to follow behind him. I don't know where he is taking me, but I just want to sleep. Everything is spinning around me and I really want to close my eyes, but I also know that it can put my pup in danger. So I keep my eyes open while wrapping my arms around my mate's neck for support, Gabriel's POV. While I am enjoying hurting Madison, but it's also making me somewhat feel uncomfortable, as if I am doing something wrong. Yet I know that whatever I am doing is for the best. I just need to get this uncomfortable feeling out of my heart and brain, because only then I will be able to concentrate on the works in my hand. Suddenly, Cyrus starts pacing back and forth in my mind, making me worried because he doesn't get this restless easily. I try to calm him down, but he keeps being restless, which can only mean one thing: Madison is in danger. It doesn't matter if I hate her, because at the end of the day, she is still my mate. So I run upstairs where she has gone after seeing me with Courtney, but when I reach the bedroom, I don't find her there. However, her smell is very faintly available in the room. I get confused about where she can be, but then decide to detect her location by her smell. Thankfully, her smell leads me towards a guest room, and without waiting any further, I rush inside. However, I have never expected to find her in a pool of blood, making me panic. It's good that Courtney has also followed me. I notice that Madison is stretching her hand at me, as if asking me to help her. At that moment, I realize that I can't see her in pain. No matter what she has done to me, just seeing her in mere pain is enough to wake up the beast in me. I quickly pick up her in my arms and ask Courtney to follow me, because her being a witch will help at this moment. Calling Merrick is going to take time, so I need to do the next best thing. Please check her and see why she is bleeding. I order Courtney, who nods her head quickly. I put Madison in the back seat of the car where Courtney sits beside her. I mind link Merrick to know where he is, in which he replies that he is in his clinic. Thank goddess! His clinic is only 5 minutes away from my place. So I quickly but carefully drive towards his clinic. Gabriel, her condition is not good at all. Frankly speaking, she is too fragile to handle the bite of an alpha, and you are the alpha king. Courtney remarks, making me curse under my breath. I am already very worried. Please don't give me any more panic. Can you stop her bleeding? I ask. Sadly, I can't because my power is too powerful for her body. But I have put a spell on the pup, and that means the pup will be harmless. She replies. I don't say anything, but keep driving the car. Soon enough, we reach the clinic and I get out of the car before picking up Madison's unconscious form in my arms. I rush inside the clinic along with Courtney and find Merrick standing in front of his cabin. "Quickly follow me," Merrick says while walking ahead of us. He leads us inside a room and asks me to put Madison on the bed. But when he tells me to leave the room, I refuse, because no way in hell I am leaving my mate's side at any cost. Please understand that I can't look at her if you keep standing over my neck, so kindly leave this room and let me do my work, he says, but I shake my head. I am not leaving her alone. You do whatever you want to do. I will not make a single sound, I reply stubbornly. Gabriel, stop being a stubborn ass and let's get out of here. He is a doctor and he knows what's best for your mate now. Courtney retorts, glaring at me, making me glare back at her, but I also can't look past the fact that she is right. So without saying anything, I walk out of there. Gabriel's POV. It's been 2 hours since Merrick, along with his gynecologist co-worker, is checking up on Madison, and they have yet to inform me about what's going on. On the other hand, Andrew and Ezekiel have come here after learning about Madison's condition. Thankfully, none of them have asked me anything because I am not in the correct sense to reply to any of their queries. However, something unusual happened a few times back, which has put a stop to my plans of hurting Madison. When Ezekiel first got here and met Courtney, they both realized that they are mates. I am really happy for them, but I am just worried about what my best friend will say when he will get to know that his mate has helped me in hurting his Luna Queen. Before things can get out of hand, I have to let him know everything, including Madison's secret about the pregnancy. But for now, I will keep quiet as Madison and her pup's well-being is much more important than anything else. The examination room's door open and come out. Merrick looks extremely worried, which does not help at all. I hurry towards him and ask him about Madison. I am not going to lie because her condition is not good at all. But before saying anything, I have something to ask you, and please don't hesitate to say the truth, he says, looking at me. Yes, tell me what you want to know, I reply, not even caring what he is going to ask. Have you marked her forcefully? He asks, making everyone around us gasps. Babe, how can you ask something? You know how Gabriel is, and it's impossible for him to do such thing. Andrew remarks, looking livid, but I have to admit what's the truth. Yes, I have, I answer, feeling shameful. Bro, please tell me you're lying. Andrew exclaims with horror. I am not lying, and yes, I have marked Madison forceful. I don't even get to complete my sentence before a punch is delivered in my face, making me stumble. Who the fuck gave you the right to mark your mate forcefully? Did you forget that she is pregnant and also an Omega? Ezekiel growls while clutching my collar tightly, looking close to Shtin, his wolf. I didn't forget anything, and whatever I have done, she deserves it. I fire back. What do you mean? Merrick asks, but I keep quiet. Don't keep quiet, bro. Please tell us what's going on with you and Madison. Andrew pleads, making me look away, but then I feel a hand being placed on my shoulder, so I look up to see that it's Courtney. Tell them everything, Gabriel, she says sternly, making me clench my fist, but I still look around to see that the other three are giving me curious glances. Madison has lied to me about her being a surrogate mother for Alpha Nicholas and Luna Naomi. In reality, she has slept with Alpha Nicholas, which later became a problem for her when she falls pregnant. So, to hide this side, she has started the story of being a surrogate so that no one blames her. I didn't know this at the start, but Cyrus already knew everything because Alpha Nicholas had shown him proof against Madison. When I got to know the truth, I decided to hurt her like she did to me, and that's why I marked her. I explain, feeling rage taking over my body, just thinking about the fact that my mate has cheated on me. Are you hearing yourself? You are saying that Madison cheated on you with another alpha, but have you ever tried to get to know the side of her story? Have you ever tried to find out if that idiotic alpha is really telling the truth or not? Have you ever considered that Madison might be raped? I am taken aback by Ezekiel's questions because I never did any of these. Cat got your tongue, the almighty Alpha King? He mocks while shaking his head. For your information, I would like you to know that there are some stitch marks in Luna Queen's private part which can be caused by a forceful penetration. My coworker, Lily, is 80% sure that Luna Queen has been raped numerous times in the past few months and also during her pregnancy. The moment these words leave Merrick's mouth, Cyrus takes over my body before dashing away from there and in the woods by the clinic. Cyrus's POV. I don't know where I'm going, but I just know that I have to get away from here. Get away from my mate who is lying on the hospital bed. Get away from the accusing eyes who are looking hatefully at me. Oh, my moon goddess! What have I done in a fit of anger? I have misjudged my mate and didn't even give her a chance to explain herself. I believed that good-for-nothing alpha instead of my mate who is innocent from the start. I even thought about hurting the pup inside her for once, but then decided not to do this. Thankfully, I didn't do that, or I don't know what I would have been doing now. But now that I have learned about the real truth, how am I supposed to look at her eyes? How am I supposed to ask for forgiveness for the misdeed I have done to her? Not only that, I have been deliberately ignoring Reese, Madison's wolf, wanting to make her feel rejected. She has tried many times to talk to me, but me, being the arrogant one, decided to not listen to her. Now that both are fighting for their life, I feel like the nastiest person in the whole universe. Cyrus, come back to the clinic. Your mate's condition is getting worse. Keegan, Andrew's wolf mind, links me. Why? What's happening with her? I ask in panic, stop running. She is not responding to any medicine, so Merrick has suggested that you need to give blood to her. Only that way she and her pup can be saved, he replies. Okay, I am coming. I answer and start running towards the clinic, but stop midway when I smell someone unknown. I look around but don't find anyone. So without further delay, I start running, because right now my mate's life is more important than looking for someone else. I change into my human form, but still don't give control back to Gabriel. Thankfully, when I change back into human form, my previous clothes appear on my body. I walk hurriedly where I know my mate is, and find everyone looking extremely stressed out. I don't talk to any of them and get inside the room where I find my mate lying on the bed while numerous wires attached to her frail body. I control back my tears seeing her in this state, knowing well that I don't have anyone else to blame for her condition. Thank God you are here. Please lie down on the other bed and let me start the procedure for blood transfusion. Merrick says from the side. I do as I am being told, and after a few times, I feel a needle being poked on my hand, but I don't feel any pain because my eyes are completely focused on my mate and how pale she is looking. I close my eyes and let Gabriel take over, knowing how much panicked he is getting. Gabriel's POV. Finally, Cyrus has let me have control after 3 long hours. This is the first time he has taken complete control over our body, which really shocked me at first, but then I realized that he is also as guilty as I am. Unfortunately, Madison is still unconscious, and Dr. Lily has said that it may take 1 day or 1 week for her to wake up. However, the pup is all right and growing well. Currently, I am in the mansion packing some necessary things to stay in the clinic. Actually, it's more like a mini hospital, so it won't be a problem for me to stay there. Courtney has left with Ezekiel and will be staying there at his penthouse. My best friend still doesn't know the reason for his mate to be here, but I will let him know soon, or God knows what he will be doing if he gets to know from somewhere else. Suddenly, I hear a ringing sound, so I look around and find Madison's phone on the ground. I pick up the phone to see that it's Mrs. Pamela who is calling. I hesitate, but decided to receive the call. My sweet child, are you okay? That's the first thing I hear after receiving the call. Mrs. Pamela, it's Gabriel. Madison is in the washroom taking a shower. I half lied because I don't want her to worry. Oh, good evening, Alpha King, she replies. Good evening. Do you have something urgent to talk to Madison about? I ask. Actually, I have found her missed call on my cell phone, so I thought to call and see why she called me. She replies. I will tell her to call you back after she is done with her shower. Is that okay? I let out. Of course, sir. By the way, is she all right? I bit my lip in dilemma about how to respond. She has a little health issues going on, but don't worry. The royal doctor is taking care of her, I tell her. Please look after her. She has always been a fragile thing from the start, and is so little to carry a child in her. She remarks make me feel more guilty just playing the horrific expressions of Madison in my mind. Yes, I will definitely look after her and never let any harm come near her. I reply confidently because I intend to keep my promise. It's been 4 days and still no signs of my mate waking up, which has led me to throw an angry fit. But thankfully, Andrew and Merrick are with me so that I don't do any more harm than I have already done. That's not all that I have to worry about. Mom and Dad are coming back from their trip sooner than I have expected. They have their own place to live, but unfortunately, they have decided to stay in the mansion with me and my mate so that they can spend some quality time with their daughter-in-law. Yes, in our world, marking and mating consider as marriage, but if anyone wants, they can get married like humans do. I have ordered the maids to clean Mom and Dad's room while I try to think about what to tell them when they ask me about my mate. Cyrus is also not helping, as he only growls back whenever I try to talk to him. I don't know at this point who to ask for help. Bro, Madison has woken up. Andrew informs through the mind link, making me abruptly stand up while the others in the meeting look at me weirdly, which I don't give a fuck about. I am coming, I reply. The meeting is end for today, so we will discuss the rest later. I let out, looking around the conference room, and without waiting for any reply, I get out of there. It only takes me 10 minutes to reach the clinic and up to the room where Madison is staying. I hurriedly walk inside to see her awake, but stop when her terrified eyes meet my eager one. I try to take another step, but stop myself when I notice how hard she is gripping the bed, resulting in her knuckles turning white. Luna Queen, calm down. So much stress is not good for your health, and as well as the pup, Merrick says, but Madison is only looking at me with fear evident in her eyes. Madison, I know you're scared of me, but don't. I will not do any harm, promise. I let out in hope that she will listen to me, but all she does is shake her head. Leave me alone, she says very quietly, but because of our werewolf hearing, we hear her clearly. Yes, I will leave you alone, but just let me see if you are okay. I let out while walking towards the bed. Stop right there. Can't you see that just because of you, my pup's life is in danger? Get away from my sight. Just go away. She yells aloud, making my ears hurt, but what she has said hurt me more. Madis, I try to say something, but she holds her hand, stopping me. I don't want to hear anything. Hell, I don't care if you kill me after this, but I will not let you harm my pup at any cost. I have endured a lot without doing anything wrong by choice, but now I don't want to give any explanation to you. Just leave me alone, please. She lets out, holding her bump protectively as if at any moment I can harm her unborn pup. I don't say anything because it is feeling like I have lost all the words in my mind. I look around the room to see that Andrew and Ezekiel are giving me pleading look, while Dr. Lily looks completely lost, not knowing why my mate is behaving like this. Madison's POV. Never thought that I could ever raise my voice against anyone, but seeing the person who is responsible for my condition has me turn into someone else. Because at that moment, I only want to think about the well-being of my pup. So I yelled at Gabriel without getting scared about the consequence which I have to face. Thankfully, he doesn't invade my boundaries anymore and leave the hospital room where I have woken up a few minutes ago. That's when I break down in tears, not caring if I am looking ugly or if anyone understands me. I cry for the girl who has lost her parents way too early. I cry for the girl whose innocence has been taken without her permission. I cry for the girl who once hoped to find her mate, thinking that her mate would be her savior. And lastly, I cry for the girl who is granted a cruel mate. Let it out, Luna Queen. I hear who I suppose Ezekiel tells me. Why did he hurt me so much? I ask no one in particular. Because he is an asshole not to see the gem that has been given to him. Royal Beta Andrew remarks, wiping my tears with his fingers. Why are you guys taking my side? You should be supporting your king. I remark, clearly confused as to why these people are showing so much concern for me. Gabriel may be our alpha king, but that doesn't mean we will support his misdeed. After knowing what he has done to you, we can't even stand him. Royal Dr. Merrick says from the side, just wait for our parents to come back tomorrow. They will have his head on a golden platter, especially Mom who hates abuse. Andrew lets out, making my eyes widen in fear. Former Alpha King and Queen are coming back tomorrow, but why so early? What if they hate me like their son because of the pup I am carrying? What if they harm me or my pup? No, I can't let it happen. I have to get away from here before they see me. Madison, calm down and take deep breaths. I can feel by looking at you that you are thinking a lot of negative things, but I will suggest you stop doing that. Ezekiel scolds me, but for some reason, I like the way he has freely called me by my name. I concentrate on his words and start taking deep breaths to calm myself. It's not good for me to be so tense because every little thing can harm my baby, which I never want. I look up to see that everyone present in the room smiling at me. Thank you for your help, I tell them. You know, I have always wanted to have a little sister, but due to some complications, Mom couldn't conceive, breaking my dream. However, now I think that Moon Goddess has planned something else for me, which is to give me a sweet sister like you. So from today onward, if you ever feel like there is no one for you, remember that I, as your big brother, is always going to have your back. Ezekiel remarks playfully, but I feel so overwhelmed that I again start crying. Oh, shit. Man, why are you making her cry with your sappy talks? She doesn't want you to be her brother because she wants someone handsome like me as her brother, right? Andrew comments, making me chuckle, while Merrick wipes my tears. Hush, you two. Madison will have 3 big brothers from now on so that she doesn't need to choose one. But I am sure going to be the favorite one. Merrick says while the other 2 grunts in response. On the other hand, I start giggling seeing how these grown-up men are fighting like toddlers. Okay, guys, I think it's enough laughing from her. Now you 3 get out of here and let me check her. Dr. Lily remarks, who I have learned is a famous gynecologist in Toronto. No one question her and leave the 2 of us alone. She checks my blood pressure and heartbeat before giving me 2 pills which I take with water. But I get a little scared when she sits on the chair beside the bed and holds my hands in her own. Please, don't lie to me when I will ask you something, because if you do, then it can lead your baby's life in danger. She lets out, making me gasp. Is everything not okay with my baby? I ask, fearing something wrong happen with my pup. Don't worry, your baby is fine, but if you don't tell me the truth, then I can't say what will happen in the future. She replies. What do you mean? I ask. Are you really a surrogate mother? She inquires, making me gulp, not knowing why she is asking me such question. While I was checking your private part to see if you have any injuries which caused you to bleed, I found some faint stitch marks, which can only occur if someone forcefully penetrates you. Not only that, by looking at your blood reports, I can clearly tell that while being pregnant, you have forceful sex. Now, please tell me everything. She explains, looking at me with worried eyes, which makes me tear up, knowing that I can't hide the truth anymore. But how can I reveal the truth? What if Alpha Nicholas really harms Mrs. Pamela? What if the people who are now caring for me get disgusted with me? Madison, no one is going to think any less of you, so please tell me everything. She says, rubbing the back of my hands to soothe my worries. I think for some time, but then decide to take the risk and tell her everything. I start explaining from the start at how Alpha Nicholas would touch me inappropriately, and after I turned 18, he used his alpha voice on me and ordered me to have sex with him. I also explained that the pack doctor of the Red Moon Pack knows everything, but lied to the pack about the baby being a surrogate one. In the end, she has tears in her eyes while I feel numb, recalling all the horrible things I have to face in the last few months. However, I am also feeling relieved to get all of these off my chest. Suddenly, I realize something, that if she has understood about the rape, then she must have told Merrick, or most importantly Gabriel, about it. Dr. Lily, have you told anyone about your assumptions? I ask. I am sorry, but I had to tell Dr. Merrick about my assumption, which made him furious, and he instantly asked your mate if you're being forcefully marked. Surprisingly, your mate accepted this. And then the boys started arguing, resulting in your mate revealing about you cheated on him. That's when Dr. Merrick told everyone what I think about your condition. She replies, looking guilty, but frankly speaking, I don't find her at fault. You don't have to feel guilty, Dr. Lily. You have just done your duty, and I am thankful that you have done it. because if it was me, then I don't think I would have ever done this. I didn't even have the guts to let my mate know the truth, so thank you for whatever you have done. I tell her with a thankful smile. You are very brave, too. We are truly blessed to have you as our next Luna Queen, she remarks, making me blush. Soon she also leaves the room while I heave a sigh of relief. I drink a little bit of water and lie down on the bed before putting my palm on the baby bump, feeling a smile creeping on my lips. I rub a soothing circle on the bump, trying to see if my baby responds to my touch, but then remember that it's still too early for the baby to respond. I don't care who your father is, because in the end, you are only going to be my baby. I will not let anyone take you away from me, your mommy. I whisper, not knowing that someone is hearing everything. Gabriel's POV. I don't care who your father is, because in the end, you are only going to be my baby. I will not let anyone take you away from me, your mommy. Madison whispers while I hear everything from the doorway. I have tried to stay away from her, but Cyrus is not letting me do that, so I have to come here. However, now I thank him for his insistence, because I have heard everything she has told Dr. Lily. I wanted to go and kill that bastard Nicholas, but I can't give him so easy death. I will torture him slowly and slowly, only then I will kill him. But right now, I need to earn my mate's trust, which I have lost because of my stupidity. I have to win her back. Not only that, I will punish her culprit in front of her. Madison's POV. I have come back from the hospital to the Knight mansion. Apparently, due to Gabriel's powerful blood, I have healed faster. Although I was very shocked to learn about the blood transfusion, but decided not to make any comments on this matter. However, I am still going to stay in the guest room because no matter what, I can't go back to the room where I have been forcefully marked. Also, I have learned that Courtney is Ezekiel's mate, and they both have accepted each other, which is a very good thing. But I am just curious to know if Ezekiel knows about Courtney and Gabriel's affair. Hopefully, Courtney will tell her mate everything before things can get out of hand. Ma'am, everyone is waiting for you, one of the maids informs, walking inside. Why are they waiting for me? I ask confusingly. It's lunchtime, and that's why they're waiting for you. She replies politely. Oh, I didn't realize that it was so late already. You go. I am coming in 5 minutes, I tell her. After she leaves the room, I get up from the bed and make my way towards the washroom to get fresh. I have been lying down on the bed since I have come back, so I want to change my clothes too. I wash my face and hands before wearing a sweater dress along with a pair of warm leggings to go to the dining room. When I reach downstairs, I find everyone except Gabriel in the dining room, which makes me confused. I sit beside Ezekiel, who gives me a big smile and asks the nearby maid to serve me lunch. The maid puts a shaved egg avocado toast, a good amount of chicken Cobb salad, and 2 low-carb Reuben wraps. Usually I don't eat these much, but my pup is making me super hungry nowadays, so yes, I eat quite a lot of food. Is everything looking good? Ezekiel asks. Yeah, I don't even know where to start. I reply, looking at my plate full of food. Then let me make it easy for you. Start with the wrap, because it's the most yummy, Andrew suggests. No, you should go for the salad. It's more healthy, Merrick remarks, glaring at his mate. Both of you keep quiet and let her eat whatever she wants, Gabriel says, coming there, making me gulp. Suddenly, the table becomes too silent for my liking, so I look up to see that Gabriel is putting food on a plate. However, he doesn't sit in his usual place, and without saying anything, he goes out of there. He is pretty tensed after learning that our parents are coming back tonight, Andrew remarks, making me nod my head in understanding. After that, no one speak and silently finish lunch. Madison, can we talk in your room? Courtney asks. Yeah, sure, I reply, because honestly, I don't want to hold any grudge against without giving her a chance to explain her side of the story. I lead her towards the room where I am staying and offer her the small couch to sit on while I sit on the bed. For some time, none of us speak anything, but then I decided to be the one to start the conversation. What do you want to talk about? I ask, as gently as I can. I am sorry for what I did a few days ago, but believe me, I wasn't aware of the truth. I just believed Gabriel's words, as he is a very good friend of mine. However, after learning everything that you have to go through, I am feeling ashamed to even look at myself through the mirror. She replies, lowering her head. Whatever you have done is to help your friend, so don't feel guilty. Yes, I was very hurt seeing the two of you together, but now that you have finally found your destined mate, forget about what happened in the past. Just concentrate on your future from now on. I tell her. Does it mean you're no longer angry at me? She asks, looking hopeful. Yes, I am not angry at you anymore, but I need to do something for me in return. I reply. I will do anything you want me to do. She retorts quickly, as if I will change my mind, which makes me laugh. You don't have to do much. I just want to be your friend, that's all. I let her know. That's all you want? She asks, bewildered. Yes, that's all I want. So can we be friends? I ask, looking at her with a smile. Of course we can, she replies, hugging me gently. Gabriel's POV. Have you told Mom and Dad about Madison's pregnancy? Andrew asks while I am looking through some applications for new warriors. No, I haven't, because I want to let them know everything face to face, I reply. Are you planning to reveal the truth too? He asks, making me look at him. Which truth you are talking about? I fire back. There are two truths I'm talking about. One about Madison's past and another one is you forcefully marking her. He answers. If you are trying to say that I'm going to hide anything from them, then you are wrong, because they are our parents, and they have the rights to learn important things related to us. Also, if I really want to earn Madison's trust, then I have to start by accepting my mistakes. I answer truthfully. It's good to know that you have accepted that you are in the fault. Madison never deserved what happened to her, so hopefully now she will have a happy and peaceful life. He remarks, I will try my best to make that happen, but I am also looking forward to seeing Alpha Nicholas, who has no idea what I have planned for him. I let out, closing the folder. That fucker. I really need to beat him black and blue, he says, gritting his teeth. Calm down, Andy. You will have your turn too, but first let me deal with him, I reply with a smirk. Soon after my brother leaves, saying that he has to pick Mom and Dad from the airport, I get out of my office and make my way towards my bedroom. I have to look fresh, or Mom will know at a first glance that something is not right with me. The moment I enter the room, the faint smell of lavender and strawberry lingering in the air, reminding me that Madison is not here. After coming back from the hospital, she has decided to stay in the small guest room, and I have accepted her decision. I am also staying away from her because I don't want to invade her privacy more than I have done already. Although both me and my wolf want nothing but to have our mate in our arms, we need to let her choose what she wants. For now, we will just look after her from afar. Not only that, I have decided to introduce her as the Luna Queen to the world very soon. I want to give her the respect she deserves from me as well as others. Hopefully, she will forgive me soon, and then I can shower her with a lot of love. I quickly take a short shower and wear something casual, which consists of a black full-sleeves turtleneck wool sweater along with a pair of gray ripped jeans. Mom likes it when we dress up, so yeah, I can do that. Suddenly, a thought come to my mind. Fall is going to end soon, and that means winter will start. Madison is from San Francisco, which is warmer than here, so she is not used to so much cold. I have to ask my personal designer to get multiple winter clothes as well as maternity clothes for my mate. Do you think mate will accept the clothes? Cyrus asks. I won't let her know that the clothes are from me. By the way, have you talked to Reese? I ask, combing my hair the way I like to keep them. I've been trying, but she only gives me 1 or 2 words answers. She is hella pissed at me, and I know I deserve it for the way I've ignored her at the start. He replies with a guilt-filled tone. We are in the same boat, so let's sail it together, I remark, making him chuckle. Madison's POV. I am extremely nervous to meet the former Alpha King and Queen. I am not saying that they are bad people, but they are my mate's parents, and no matter what, I don't want them to hate me. Thankfully, Courtney is here with me, helping me select something nice to wear. What about this one? Courtney asks, showing me a burgundy tweed puffed long sleeves A-line dress. Yes, this is the one, I reply, giving her a thumbs up. I wear the dress and then put moisturizer followed by a little foundation on my face. I draw a fox eyeliner to make my brown eyes pop out and also put a single coat of mascara on the lashes. I decide to go for a nude matte lipstick because I am not a fan of dark color lipsticks. After that, I curl the end of my hair and let Courtney does a hair updo. For earring, I chose to wear cushion halo diamond stud earrings, which is gifted by Naomi on my 18th birthday. At the end, I put on my silver pumps to complete my look. "You are looking so pretty." Courtney squeals, making me blush. "Thank you. You are looking pretty too," I reply, smiling at her. "That I know very well," she replies sassily, but then both of us look at each other and burst into laughter. She is very sweet if you get to know her, and I am happy to say that she has become a very good friend to me just in these few hours. I have also learned that she is a witch, which makes me excited because this is the first time I am meeting one of her kind. Soon we get informed that the former Alpha King and Luna Queen have arrived. I check my appearance one more time in the mirror and then walk out of the room, along with Courtney, who gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze, as if to tell me that I don't have to worry about anything. Finally, we reach downstairs, and instantly my eyes collide with none other than my mate Gabriel, who smiles at me and signals me to come towards him. Although I am still scared of him, but I don't think it will be appropriate to avoid him in front of his parents. So, I walk near him with a tight-lipped smile. "Mom, Dad, I would like to introduce my mate and the next Luna Queen, Madison Evans," Gabriel says, looking at the middle-aged couple who is looking at me with bright smiles on their faces. However, soon whom I think his mom's face changes from happy to regret looking at me. "Ariel, are you okay?" Merrick asks from the side. "I am okay, son. I just remember someone very close to me." Ariel, the former Luna Queen, replies, "Please don't mind, but can I ask you something personal?" She lets out, looking at me with hopeful eyes. "Yes, sure," I reply. "What's your parents' name?" she asks. "My father's name is Jacob Evans, and my mom's name is Aurora Evans," I answer, but much to my surprise, she starts crying, making me think if I have done something wrong. "Mom, now you're scaring me. Why are you crying?" Gabriel asks, but his dad shakes his head and looks at me with a gentle smile. "Your mother, Aurora, was my mate, Ariel's best friend, actually more like sister. They were from the same pack. They used to be very close to each other, but everything changed when their pack got attached one night. Only a few members survived that night. Ariel was one of them. She tried to look for your mother, but couldn't find her. After that, we met and discovered that we are mates. We started to live happily, and 2 years later, Gabriel was born. Suddenly, a few years later, Ariel got a call from an unknown number, and surprisingly, that was Aurora. We got to learn that she had survived the attack and found her mate too, who was then the Gamma of the Red Moon Pack. We also got to know that she had given birth to a beautiful baby girl and wanted us to attend her daughter's 8th birthday party. Ariel was so excited to finally meet her long-lost best friend, but that excitement turned into grief when we got the news of Aurora and her mate Jacob's death. Ariel was so devastated that she fell seriously ill, and I had to give up the decision to find the baby girl because I have 2 sons to look after. Former Alpha King, Edric explains while trying to comfort his mate. On the other hand, I don't know how to feel. I can feel the tears running down my cheeks, but I don't have the energy to wipe them. Then I feel sparks, so I look up and notice that Gabriel is wiping my tears while looking at me with worry-filled eyes. Without thinking much, I throw my arms around his neck and start breathing in his scent. Thankfully, he doesn't say anything and keep holding me, because at this moment that is all I need to be calm. Gabriel's POV. Your mother Aurora was my mate, Ariel's best friend, actually more like sister. They were from the same pack. They used to be very close to each other, but everything changed when their pack got attached one night. Only a few members survived that night. Ariel was one of them. She tried to look for your mother but couldn't find her. After that, we met and discovered that we are mates. We started to live happily, and 2 years later, Gabriel was born. Suddenly, a few years later, Ariel got a call from an unknown number, and surprisingly, that was Aurora. We got to learn that she had survived the attack and found her mate, too, who was then the Gamma of the Red Moon Pack. We also got to know that she has given birth to a beautiful baby girl and wanted us to attend her daughter's 8th birthday party. Ariel was so excited to finally meet her long-lost best friend, but that excitement turned into grief when we got the news of Aurora and her mate Jacob's death. Ariel was so devastated that she fell seriously ill, and I had to give up the decision to find the baby girl because I have 2 sons to look after. Dad explains, making me shocked because not in a million years I have thought that Madison's mother was my mom's best friend. I look at my mate with worry, as everything is a lot to take in for her. Although she is not showing any emotion, but her tears are enough for me to understand the turmoil going inside her. So I wipe her tears while trying to search for any pain or discomfort in her eyes. Suddenly, she throws her arms around my neck, taking me off guard. But I don't comment on anything and let her hug me because she needs it. After some time, she pulls away and then turns to face my parents, who are looking very happy. Mom used to tell me about her best friend and how much fun they used to have. I used to get jealous of her. I never had any type of friends because from the start, I was an introvert. That's when she told me that my mate would be my best friend and I would be super happy with him. Madison says, smiling at her old memories, but here I am, feeling more guilty. I can't express how happy I am to finally meet you. You may be my son's mate, but for me, you are always going to be the daughter of my best friend, which makes you my daughter as well. You know, Aurora and I used to talk about how our babies would be mates in the future. Who knows that our dream will be indeed fulfilled? Mom exclaims with a glee on her face. Yes, also I can fulfill my dream to have a daughter with you. Dad remarks, smiling gently at my mate, who looks close to tears but still smiles back. Edric, Ariel, there is someone else I want you both to meet, Ezekiel says while wrapping his arm around Courtney. This is my mate, Courtney Thomas. It's nice to meet you, dear. Please don't mind me, but by your scent I can tell that you are not a werewolf. So what are you? Mom asks, looking at Courtney with an assuring smile. I am a witch. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Courtney replies, looking nervous. Oh, come on. Why would that be a problem? I am very happy to have you with us, and this is also the first time someone from the royal family has a witch mate. It's a blessing for us from the moon goddess. I smile hearing Mom's words. She has always been a wise one when it comes to seeing through people's intentions. Maybe that's why she is called the best Luna Queen of the werewolf community. If you guys are done talking, then can we eat? I'm starving. Andrew whines, earning a glare from Dad. Andrew, when are you going to grow up? We are talking about important things and here you are thinking about food. Oh God, what am I supposed to do with this silly boy? Dad lets out, making my brother grumble while every one of us laughs at them. I think this time Andrew is correct because a pregnant person should be fed from time to time. Mom remarks, looking at Madison, especially her baby bump, making me gulp. I haven't told my parents about my mate's pregnancy, and now I am regretting that decision. I should have told them beforehand before they start thinking about Madison, because we have only met 1 month ago, and she is 3 months pregnant, which means my parents will easily guess that the baby is not mine. Don't think so much, son, that your mind will burst sometime soon. You may have forgotten to tell us about your mate's pregnancy, but we haven't forgotten to learn about her. Dad says, giving me a smug look. Edric, we will talk about this topic later. Because right now, my daughter needs to be fed. Come on, sweetie. Let's go and feed you some delicious food. Mom says, getting up from the couch and giving her hand to Madison, who looks hesitant. But then she holds Mom's hand and they both walk towards the dining area. Madison's POV. I can't believe that Gabriel's parents already know about my pregnancy and are not angry at me. Maybe they also think of this pregnancy as a surrogate one like others. Still, I hope they won't dislike me after learning the truth, because I really like them. They make me feel so loved and protected in the short amount of time that I have met them. Especially Ariel, who turns out to be my mom's best friend. Here, try this Thai beef salad. It's very good for pregnant women, Ariel says while putting a good amount of salad on my plate. Thank you, I tell her and take a bite of the salad. It's really good and refreshing. So, when are we going to meet our granddaughter? Edric asks, looking at Andrew and Merrick, which makes me confused. You guys have a daughter? I ask. No, we haven't yet, but we'll have soon. Mia, the baby girl we want to adopt, is only 3 months old and has lost her parents in an accident. We have already started the adoption process and hopefully soon she will be coming home with us. Merrick replies, looking genuinely happy. Wow, that's so great. May Moon Goddess help you in getting little Mia quickly, I reply excitedly. Thanks, Madison. Andrew and Merrick says at the same time. We talk about various things and frankly speaking, I don't feel alone anymore. It's like this is how to have a family feel like. In Red Moon Pack, I used to feel lonely despite having so many pack members around me. But here, only a few are enough for me to feel welcome. Then I look at my mate, who is looking so relaxed and happy to be with his family. Maybe it will take me a long time to forgive Gabriel for what he has done to me, but it is also true that only because of him, I am here surrounded by so many nice people. Life is really very dramatic. One minute it gives you so much sorrow that you want to die, but the next minute it changes your life to the point where you want to live it to your fullest. Nothing seems to matter when things turn around the way we want to, not even the bad memories of the past. Hopefully now I will be able to have my happily ever after, Madison's POV. As I am getting ready to sleep, a knock on the door startled me because it's quite late for someone to be here. Still, I get up from the bed and open the door to find Gabriel standing outside. Instantly, my mind flies towards the night he forcefully marked me, but I know that he is trying to change himself, so I give him a small smile, hoping that it doesn't look like a grimace. Do you need something? I ask when I notice that he is looking hesitant. Yes, I mean it will be better if I come inside. He replies, making me scared. I think he must have noticed the change in my expression. Don't worry, I will not hurt you or your pup. I just have something important to tell you, he says quickly, making me relaxed. Okay, come inside. I open the door wide and walk inside, followed by him. I sit down on the bed while he takes place across from me on the couch. This is the first time I am alone in a room with him after the marking, but this his Oro is not as dangerous as before. It's like I am with the old Gabriel, who I met the very first time. Apparently, Mom and Dad both know about your pregnancy, but I am not sure if they know the real deal or not. Still, I want to tell them everything that happened in the last few days. Importantly, what I have done to you, he says, which surprised me. But your parents might get angry with you. I voice out my worry to him because I don't want to cause any trouble between him and his parents. Madison, what I have done is punishable. It doesn't matter if I am the king or a commoner. Every rule is the same for every single individual. Also, after learning the truth, I am already feeling too shameful to even ask for your forgiveness, and that's why I want to reveal everything in front of my parents. He replies, making me understand. Why have you come here? I ask. Mom wants to arrange a ball party in the next week for your honor, where I will officially introduce you as the Luna Queen. You can call it as an engagement ceremony too, because in this ceremony we will exchange rings which symbolize royalty. However, I want to what you want. If you want to wait for some more days or months, I will do that, he assures. What if they ask about my pregnancy? I ask, holding my bump. Then we will tell them whatever you want them to know, but I have something in my mind, he says. What is it? I let out. Now that I know the truth behind the pregnancy, do you still want to give your baby to Lulu and Naomi? I am taken aback by his question because I haven't thought about this, but what he just said is true. Now that he knows about the truth, why give my baby away? He is right, Maddie. Now we don't have to give our pup to someone else. We can keep her with me. Reese exclaims with happiness through the mind link. Reese and I both think that you are correct, but then I don't want to hurt Naomi. She hasn't done anything wrong, I reply, suddenly feeling bad for my sister like former Luna. If you want, I can talk to her and let her know what her mate has done to you. He lets out, making me shake my head quickly. No, don't think about it. She will be too devastated if she gets to know about everything. Let me think about it for some time, and I will tell you soon, I reply. As you wish, he says with a smile. Thankfully, he doesn't stay longer and leave me alone to sleep. I get into the bed and lie down before covering my body with a blanket. I put my right palm on the bump and start rubbing it softly, trying to make my baby sleep. It's been 3 days since Ariel and Edric have arrived in the mansion. They are very good people to be around. Ariel is the type of person with whom you can talk about anything. It doesn't matter if she is way older than me. She has taken the role of being a mother to me quite well, because nowadays she is the one who makes every meal for me by herself, saying that she doesn't want to risk anything. On the other hand, Edric is a complete gentle giant. No one can tell that this man was once an alpha king because of his happy personality. But he is also very fierce when it comes to the protection of his loved ones, because he has punched Gabriel after learning about the forceful marking. Andrew and Ezekiel have to hold him back to not kill Gabriel. I never thought that both Ariel and Edric would stand with me against their son, but they are proving me wrong by their behavior. Not only they have accepted me with open arms, but my baby too. They have requested me to not give the pup away because they don't want their grandchild to stay away from them. Yes, they have called my pup their grandchild. That means they don't care what happened to me in the past. They only care about the well-being of my baby. Currently, I am sitting on the bench of the garden and seeing the gardener working. I have always been fascinated by the color and smell of the flowers, but never got the chance to see these many of them. That's why I like to sit here and admire them whenever I get the chance. Gabriel has asked me to go shopping with him, as I have told him that he can arrange for the party next week. I want to live my life freely without having to think about what others will say. Although I am not much excited about the shopping trip, but I am somehow happy to be with my mate. I haven't forgiven him completely, but has started to progress on it. He has been nothing but a very caring person to me, who keeps his distance from me. Madison's POV. Ariel, not anymore, please. I whine, but still she keeps feeding me. I am not letting you go till you finish the whole omelet, she says, looking displeased with my behavior. So, without any more tantrums, I open my mouth to take another bite of the fluffy cheese omelet. Actually, I don't do this every day, but today I am very excited because Gabriel is going to take me for our shopping trip. Although at first I was reluctant to go as I didn't want him to spend money on me, but then I realized that he would be doing it anyways. So, it's better if I go with him and buy something cheap. Finally, Ariel is done feeding me. I gulp down a glass of fresh orange juice before carefully rushing to my bedroom to get ready. After taking a quick shower, I wear the clothes and then do a little makeup. Just as I am spraying some cologne, one of the maida informs me that Gabriel is waiting for me. For the last time, I look at the mirror and feel satisfied with how I am looking. Then, I get out of my room and start walking where my mate is waiting for me. Upon arriving in the living room, I notice that Ariel is talking to Gabriel. I clear my throat, making them look at me. Gabriel stands up from the couch before making his way where I am standing and kiss me on the forehead, which makes me smile. You are looking so adorable, he compliments, making me blush. Thank you, I reply, tugging a stray hair behind my ear. Son, you need to scold her, Ariel says from behind. And why is that? Gabriel asks, looking amused while I pout. Because your adorable didn't want to finish her breakfast, Ariel replies. Is that correct, Madison? Gabriel asks, looking at me sternly. I was in a hurry to get ready for our outing, I reply, feeling guilty. You can't skip your breakfast because you're not only eating for yourself. Promise me you will never do that again. I smile at him and nod my head repeatedly. I am promising, I reply. We bid goodbye to Ariel and get out of the house. Gabriel opens the car door for me before putting on my seatbelt when I sit down on the seat. Then he takes the driver's seat and starts the car. We talk about a lot of things during the whole ride. After 20 minutes, he stops the car and makes his way to the side of my door. He helps me to get out of the car before leading me towards a jewelry store, which then I notice is one of the costliest jewelry stores in Toronto, Tiffany & Co. Here, I thought I would be able to get something cheap. When we get inside, the manager of the store comes to greet us. She gives me a pretty flower bouquet, which makes me think she must have been aware of our arrival beforehand. She leads us to a private area before asking us if we want something to drink, while Gabriel asks for a glass of red wine and I decide to take warm water. I want you to choose a necklace from here. I will be happy if you wear it on the party next week, Gabriel says, looking hopeful. Of course I will wear it on the party. Although I haven't chosen my gown yet, I will manage to find something matching with the necklace. I answer, and just then, the manager brings some of their beautiful collections of diamond necklaces. Every piece is a masterpiece, so I'm confused about which one to pick. Suddenly, Gabriel puts something around my neck, so I look at the mirror in front of me and instantly fall in love with the neck piece. I think this one is looking quite elegant on your beautiful neck, he remarks before planting a soft kiss behind my ear, making me close my eyes. Yes, I love it. I reply, opening my eyes to look at him through the mirror to see that his blue orbs are full of desire. This is an extraordinary 18-carat sapphire surrounded by a constellation of diamonds hangs from all the sides. The manager explains when we show her the necklace we like. Pack it! Gabriel orders and hand her a black card. On it, sir. She replies and scurries away from there. Aren't you going to ask her the price? I ask, looking at him with wide eyes. I don't care about the price. You like it, you get it, he answers, wrapping his arms around my slim waist. Soon the manager returns with a beautifully wrapped box and hand it to me. I thank her and leave holding hands with my mate. He tries to take me to other shops, but I decline, saying that I don't need any more than what he has given me. For some reason, I am not scared of him anymore. Maybe because neither he nor his wolf has done anything wrong from the last few days. Also, it can be a mate thing, as I've heard that mates can't ignore each other for very long. So, he asks me if I want to go somewhere with him, and who am I to tell him no? With that, he takes me on a long drive before we stop to get some ice cream, which I'm craving. While I take chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, he chooses to take plain vanilla ice cream. When are you going for your gown shopping? He asks, eating his ice cream. Courtney has told me that we are going tomorrow because there is not much time left for the party. I reply, licking the side of my lip where a bit of ice cream has smeared. And what type of lingerie you are going to wear? I start coughing, not expecting him to ask something so bold. Oh God, are you okay, darling? He asks worriedly, but the twinkling in his eyes is saying he is clearly teasing me. Why are you so straightforward? I ask with a huff. I just like the way your cheeks become red hearing foul words. He retorts as if he doesn't care what his words do to me. Now, tell me, where do you want to go for our first date, or do you want me to keep it a surprise? He asks. I don't have any particular preference, so you can decide where we will go, I reply. Surprise it is, then. He lets out with a smirk. After one more hour, he drops me home because he has gotten a call from his COO stating that he needs to come to the company ASAP. I lie down on my bed after changing into something comfy. I want to take a nap very badly, but then realize that Merrick will be here soon to do a checkup on me. Soon enough, Merrick comes to my room with his medical equipments and start checking my blood pressure. How was the shopping trip? He asks. It went pretty well. Gabriel has gifted me a diamond necklace, which he wants me to wear on the day of the party. I reply. It seems he is completely whipped. He remarks, nudging me at the side. Shut up. I mumble, trying to hide the smile that is not leaving my face. Madison's POV. There is hustle and bustle everywhere in the mansion as the party is being held in the backyard, which has a ballroom attached to it. I don't want, large crowd, but with Edric and Gabriel's reputation, we have to invite at least 5,000 guests at the end. I have already selected my gown with Ariel and Courtney's help. It's a red color, off-the-shoulder, high-volume ball gown. Sheerness in the bodice reveals an exposed boning detail, creating a corset-inspired effect, while drapey off-the-shoulder straps bring the classy look. The voluminous skirt and extra-long train feature a myriad of 3D elements and layers of net fabric for decadence and movements, while lace appliques and soft tulle over a luxe sparkle fabric layer add dimension and shine to it. Ezekiel has gifted me a dyeable ivory satin keshi pearl ankle strap court pencil heels as my welcome gift as the Luna Queen. I didn't know he has such an amazing choice in shoes, but my brother has clearly changed my mind. Giovanni has gone to New York for a business meeting, but never forget to call me and tells me about his day. I have tried many times to know where we are going for our date, but he hasn't told me anything, not even a slight clue. so that I can guess. Right now, I'm packing my old clothes in a luggage, which I will be donating to the poor as Ariel has bought so many new clothes for me. Gabriel has said that he will buy me more new things, but I don't want that. I have more than enough, so I don't see the point in buying new things. There is a knock on my door, so I tell the person to come inside. When I don't hear anything, I turn around and see that Edric is standing behind me, holding something in his hands. I give him a big smile before hugging him tightly. "Where have you been?" I ask, pulling away from the hug. "I was making some arrangements for your big day. By the way, here, look what I have gotten for you," he says while giving me the paper bag. I take the bag in my hands and look inside the paper bag, my mouth hang open, seeing the thing inside it. Excitedly, I pull out the cotton candy layer cake while licking my lips. "Wow, it's my favorite!" I exclaim with happiness. "Well, that's why I have brought it," he replies, kissing the top of my head. "You guys are giving me gifts after gifts. What's with that?" I ask with genuine curiosity. "Because we want you to know that we are here to make your day special, baby girl. So, we want to give you some things which will help you to remember us whenever you feel like you need us, but we can't be with you in person. This ice cream is just a simple gift because I have prepared a better gift for the party," he explains. "Ah, you are so sweet, Edric, but seriously, you don't have to do anything for me to remember you because I will never forget you," I tell him. After he leaves, I enter the washroom and get into the bathtub, not before taking off my clothes. Finally, I feel like my stiff muscles are relaxing. Nearly half an hour later, I leave the washroom and wear my comfy pajama set, which Ariel has gotten for me. I don't like to buy luxurious clothes, but I can't tell her no, or she will get upset. Everyone is busy in preparation, and I don't have the energy to make something for dinner. But I haven't eaten lunch, so I am kind of feeling hungry. So I decide to hit up the leftover from yesterday, which contains brown rice and garlic butter shrimp. After hitting up the dinner, I put it on a plate before filling up a glass with water. I take a seat in one of the chairs situated across the kitchen island before starting to eat dinner. While taking a bite of the shrimp, my mind drifts off to my dad, who used to demand this particular dish very often from Mom. Suddenly, I feel hot tears roll down my face, remembering my life 10 years ago with my parents. I was so happy with them, but everything was snatched from me. It may look like that I am completely fine outside, but inside I am only a broken woman who is trying to forget every awful thing. I wipe the tears with the back of my hand and put the plate into the sink because my appetite is lost completely. I don't know why still my past has so much effect on me, why I still cannot help but think about the time I used to be a happy-go-lucky girl. I may sound like a fool to others, but one needs to put their foot in my shoes to understand where my feelings are coming from. I am not sure if I will ever be able to forget everything, but one thing is for sure, that I will not let my past control my future. Gabriel's POV. I look around the room, which I have prepared for my mate for our first ever date. She knows that I am in New York for a business meeting, but in reality, I am here to arrange everything for our date. Yes, I am taking her to New York for our date because I have heard her talk to Mom about how much she wants to visit New York. I have my own penthouse in every state of the world, and I am sure that Madison will like the views from this particular penthouse in New York. Just then, my phone rings, breaking me away from my thoughts. I lock the door of the room before making my way towards my bedroom, which is completely connected with this room. I notice that Andrew is the one who is calling me, so I pick up the call. He is also in New York. "Hey bro, where are you?" he asks, and I can hear loud music in the background. "I am at the penthouse," I reply, pouring scotch in a glass. "Then come here in the club. You will get to know someone who can help us find the person who is working against us. Also, he has something to tell you about Madison," he says, making me smirk. "Send me the address." I tell him and cut the call to get ready. After half an hour, I am in the club's VIP room, and Andrew is also with me. There is another man with us in here, so I have asked the waitresses to not disturb us. I take a sip of my drink, liking the burning feeling in my throat. I listen to what that man has to say, and at the end I am seeing red, because I never thought the person I least expect is the one betraying my loved one. Are you sure about your plan, bro? Andrew asks. Of course I am sure. She deserves what I have planned for her. I reply with a scoff. I know she deserves it, but I don't know why, but after meeting her in person, I think we are making a mistake. He says, making me look at him irritated. My private investigator cannot be wrong, and with all the evidence, I can easily put her behind the bar, but that will never dull the ache in my heart, so she needs to be punished by me. I reply angrily. He doesn't say anything because he knows well that it's futile to argue with me. He and Ezekiel are the only one who knows about my plan of revenge, and they have promised to help me with it. Tomorrow is the party, and right now I am looking at my brother, who is running around like a headless chicken. I shake my head at him and turn around to get out of the mansion. I get inside my car and drive towards my office. After parking the car in my private garage, I make my way towards the private elevator, which directly takes me to the 60th floor where my cabin is located. Actually, that floor is completely mine. Not even my PA can come here without taking my permission. After getting inside my cabin, I put my briefcase on the desk and sit down on my chair. Without wasting time, I start working on the laptop as I have to go to Australia for an important business deal in the next month. This deal will get me a huge amount of profit, so I don't want to be reckless with it. After 4 hours of nonstop working, I decide to take a few minutes of break. Just then, my eyes fall on my cell phone, so I pick it up and dial Madison's number. Hello, comes her sweet voice. What are you doing, darling? I ask, leaning against my chair. I am getting my nails done, she replies. Are you making yourself more pretty for me? I ask teasingly. Nope, she replies with a giggle. Then for who? I ask, faking anger. It makes me feel pretty, because I know you don't like me because of my outer beauty, she replies smartly. Of course, my sweetheart, I like you for your kind heart, so I don't care if you wrap yourself in a plastic bag and come in front of me. I tell her with a smile. What are you doing? She asks after a few seconds. I am in my office, I answer. But why? You should be home with Andrew. She lets out. I have some important works to finish before the party so that I can give my undivided attention to you only. I reply, making her giggle. Okay, but don't overwork yourself. I want to dance with you tomorrow, she says and cuts the call before I can reply. We have become closer to each other, and that's what I want. I don't want her to be angry with me, because then I won't be able to show her what she meant for me. Cyrus is also happier nowadays, because apparently Reese is giving him attention. I have never seen my wolf getting this excited that I don't let a chance go to tease him about it. However, Reese, as well as Madison, is still not comfortable shifting into her real self in front of us, which I can understand. But I am not going to complain, because she can do whatever she wants. Madison's POV. Mating is not just a word. It is a feeling we must live with. It fills your life with so much happiness that there is no room left for sorrow. The only need is to identify the right person, because only then we will be able to enjoy the happiness properly. If I talk about myself, I would like to say that I never thought that I would get my mate so soon. But as it is said that only Moon Goddess knows what she wants for us. Maybe that's why she has brought Gabriel into my life. I still can't believe that I am going to get introduced to the world as the Luna Queen, and like every other person, I am getting nervous too. Edric has assured me that everything is set perfectly. I just need to get ready on time, and he will be there to walk me to my Prince Charming. Currently, I am sipping on my morning tea, trying to relax before the makeup artist and hairstylist comes to get me ready. You are still not done with your bath? Ariel asks, coming inside my room. I am going, I reply, giving her a sheepish smile. Maddie baby, today is such a big day, so you shouldn't be lazy. Now come on, get inside the bathroom and take a bath ASAP. She instructs, pointing her finger towards the bathroom. I grumble under my breath, but still follow her instruction and get inside the bathroom. I fill the bathtub with lukewarm water before adding a decent amount of homemade herbal body cleaning powder to it. I get into the bathtub and feel myself relaxing into the divine smell of the powder. I don't know what things Courtney has added to it, but she has done a great job making it. After half an hour of soaking in the bathtub, I flush the ruined water and fill the tub with clean water. Soon I get out of the tub and starts drying my body before applying a thin layer of rose oil to add moisture and glow to my pale skin. I look at the mirror and my eyes directly go towards my completely shaven private area. At first, I didn't want to get Brazilian waxed, but Courtney insisted me that this would be the best. Although it's not my first time getting waxed down there, but still it feels a little awkward to display nudity in front of unknown people. I wear a white lacy strapless bra and a matching thong with it. I also wear a flowery designed lace garter on my left thigh, which is said to be removed by the groom after the wedding. Then I put a champagne-color silk robe on top of my undergarments before leaving the bathroom and find Courtney in the room talking with the makeup artist and hairstylist. Here comes our lady of the day. Courtney lets out, smiling brightly at me. "You are already glowing, miss. I am sure you will look more beautiful after we are done getting you ready for your special day." Lena, the makeup artist, comments, making me blush. They make me sit down in front of the vanity, but forbid me to look at the mirror before they are done. Lena starts with preparing my face and neck with moisturizer. Then she applies a small amount of primer and dab it gently on my face, which will help with the long-lasting of makeup. After a few minutes, she applies concealer to the necessary parts and blends it gently with a damp beauty blender. Then she mixes 2 types of foundations together and starts applying them to my face, front and back of my neck. She sets everything with a compact powder so that the base doesn't smudge. She then proceeds with contouring my cheekbones and chin. Then she applies highlighter on the necessary parts before starts doing my eye makeup, which I have asked her to keep simple. After she is done with my eyes, she applies lipstick to my lips and then a thin layer of lip gloss to make them look fuller. Now it's my turn. I hear Suzanne, the hairstylist, says aloud before she starts combing my hair to detangle any knots that have formed due to being in a bun. After combing my hair, she spritzes on some texturizing spray all over my hair to give it some hold. Then she parts the hair down in the middle. After that, she picks up a 2-inch section of hair from right next to the right side of the parting. She splits the section into 3 strands and starts doing Dutch braiding by flipping the side strands under the middle strands. She adds more hair into the braid with each subsequent stitch. Then she secures the braid the back of my head with some bobby pins. She does the same process with the left side of parting too, and then starts curling the ends of my hair in big loose curls before securing them in a low bun. She also pulls out a few small strands of hair in the front and adds a little curl to them. When the makeup and hair are completely done, they help me wear the wedding dress and heels. I also spray Victoria's Secret Bombshell perfume on my wrists and neck. Then I wear the diamond necklace given by Gabriel and pair it with a simple diamond studs earrings. I have decided to keep my wrists bare because the necklace is large enough to complete the look. "Now you can look at the mirror," Lena says with a smile. I start feeling anxious because of how I am looking, but the moment I look at myself in the mirror, all my worries completely vanished. Starting from the eye makeup to the hairstyle, everything is done the way I have imagined. The light golden shimmer on my eyelids is making my brown orbs more vibrant. On the other hand, the light pink lipstick is looking so pretty on my lips that I don't want to ruin it by eating anything. The hair is also looking elegant at the same time, giving me a classy look. I am feeling like a real-life princess, seeing how well the dress has hugged all of my curves and the diamond necklace is complementing my bare neck perfectly. I hear a gasp from behind, so I turn around to see that Ariel has her palm over her mouth while her eyes are filled with unshed tears. "How am I looking, Ariel?" I ask her with excitement as well as nervousness. "You are looking like a fairy, my little girl. Everything is perfect," she replies, caressing my right cheek. "Thank you, but I have to thank Lena and Suzanne because they have done an excellent job in getting me ready," I tell her while looking at the 2 women who has really done a fantastic job. "It's our pleasure to help you," Suzanne replies with a smile. "Sweetheart, Edric wants to come inside to give you something," Ariel says. "Of course he can come inside," I reply, making her calls out her mate's name, who walks inside holding a box. However, he stops a few steps away from me and looks at me with a teary smile. This time, I can't also control my tears because this is a very valuable moment of my life. My daughter is looking so beautiful. He lets out, making me rush towards him. I wrap my hands around his waist and hug him tightly. No, sweetheart, don't cry. Today is a happy day, so don't waste your precious tears and be happy, he says, putting his palms on my face. He then opens the box and there's a beautiful, vintage-looking crown inside it. This crown used to be my mother's, but before passing away, she told me to give it to my daughter on her special day. He explains while Ariel secures the crown on my head. Thank you so much, I tell him with a smile. Gabriel is waiting in the ballroom. Courtney informs coming into the room. She is wearing a gorgeous rose gold high-neck halter backless mermaid dress, which is chosen by me. Her makeup and hair is looking as beautiful as always. Wow, Madison, you are looking awesome, and I can bet Gabriel won't be able to take off his eyes from you, she remarks with a smirk, making me blush. Shut up. I mumble shyly before turning to Lena, who suggests that I need a touch-up on my makeup, and then she also puts a corded lace cathedral-length veil over my head to cover my face. Ariel hands me the flower bouquet, which has different types of flowers arranged in it. Finally, the time comes, and Edric offers me his elbow, which I take without hesitation. First, Ariel, along with Andrew, walk down the stairs and take their preserved seats on the right side. Usually, the family members of the Alpha King's mate's family lead her towards the Alpha King, but as I don't have from my old family, these new members have taken the role. The moment I put my feet on the ground, Make You Feel My Love by Adele starts playing in the background. I clutch Edric's elbow tightly while walking down the aisle. I can hear the murmurs of the guests, but all my attention is on the man who is standing on the stage waiting for me. Upon arriving in the center, Edric puts my hand on Gabriel's stretched hand and asks him to take care of me. I get on the stage with the help of my handsome mate, who gives me a charming smile, which helps to soothe my worries. He has worn a classic black suit with a white shirt underneath it. However, he has ditched the bow tie and worn a long black tie instead. Like always, his hair is done perfectly, which goes so well with his trimmed beard. One of the elders starts chanting holy words to start the acceptance ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been invited here today to share with the Alpha King Gabriel Knight and his mate Madison Evans one of the most important moments in their lives. In the time they have been together, their love and understanding of each other has grown and matured. Now they have decided to live their lives together as the loyal king and queen. We have been invited to hear as they promise to face the future together, accepting whatever may lie ahead. For the world that Moon Goddess has created for them, with its beauty and grace that is all around, with the strength that it offers and the peace that it brings, makes them truly grateful. Nothing is easier than saying words, and nothing harder than living them day after day. What you promise today must be renewed and redecided tomorrow. At the end of this ceremony, legally you will be bound to each other, but you still must decide each day that stretches out before you that you want to be together. Real love is something beyond the warmth and glow, the excitement and romance of being deeply in love. It is caring as much about the welfare and happiness of your destined mate as about your own. But real love is not total absorption in each other. It is looking outward in the same direction together. Love makes burdens lighter because you divide them. It makes joys more intense because you share them. It makes you stronger so you can reach out and become involved with life in ways you dared not risk alone. He then looks at Gabriel and asks him to recite the vows after him. I, Gabriel Knight, the Alpha King, take you, Madison Evans, to be my queen, to have and to hold, from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death us do part, according to Moon Goddess's holy law. In the presence of everyone I make this vow. Then comes my turn to recite the vows same as Gabriel. I take a deep breath and start reciting the vows. I, Madison Evans, take you, Gabriel Knight, to be my king, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, till death us do part, according to Moon Goddess's holy law. In the presence of everyone, I make this vow. When the vows are done, Courtney hands the diamond rings to the pastor, who gives one to Gabriel and the other one to me. We exchange the rings with vows to be with each other. I now present to you the Alpha King Gabriel Knight and the Luna Queen Madison Knight. The elder announces, while Gabriel pulls up the veil to which reveals my face before dipping down to kiss me on the lips. The crowd around us starts cheering for us, making me blush while he pulls away from the kiss. "You are now completely mine, Luna Queen Madison Evans," he whispers in my ear. "All yours," I reply, Madison's POV. After the acceptance ceremony, we are showered with confetti and rose petals as per tradition. Then we walk towards the area where the cake is situated on a table. Then we cut the cake and feeds a bite to each other, representing that the care and affection towards one another. We then take seats in our deserved places along with our other family members. Ezekiel does a toast in our honor and pours champagne on glasses that we have to drink per the ritual. But due to me being pregnant, I drink orange juice. Then Courtney stands in the middle of the hall with a microphone in her hand. I am Courtney Thomas, our beautiful and amazing Luna Queen's best friend. But this girl has never let me be her friend, because ever since we met, she has treated me like her sister. I have made many friends in life, but no one has been as important as you. Maybe you are the queen now, and you are going to start a new life. But don't dare to forget me even by mistake. She threatens, but I know she is just joking. She cares for you a lot, Gabriel remarks. Yeah, just as she said, she is more like a sister to me than a friend. I reply and feel him wipe my tears. I am not going to take you away, he assures, making me smile. I believe you, I answer, kissing his palm that is holding my face. There are some more speeches made by Edric, Ariel, Andrew, and Ezekiel. Then comes the time to dance as of the king and queen. So both of us move towards the dance floor, and Blessed by Thomas Rhett starts playing, which is chosen by me. Like we have practiced before, we start dancing on the beats. I put my head on his chest, liking the way his heart is beating under my touch. He holds my face between his palms before taking my lips in a toe-curling kiss. What's that for? I ask after the kiss ended. Just felt like tasting your sweet lips. He replies with a smirk, making me giggle. Can I have this dance with you, beautiful lady? Edric asks, standing in front of us. She is all yours. Gabriel answers while I put my hand in Edric's outstretched hand. The DJ plays the song Daughter by Loudon Wainwright III, in which Edric and I perform the dance. After the performance, everyone join us on the dance floor to dance their heart out. After the food is served and eaten, it's time for garter toss, so I sit on a chair while Gabriel kneels on my feet. He winks at me before dipping his head under my dress, making me gasp. I thought he would pull away the garter by hand, but much to my surprise, I feel him kissing my thigh before he pulls down the garter by his teeth to my feet. He stands up holding the garter in his hand while I hide behind my hands. I feel him laughing, so I drop my hands to my sides to see that he is spinning the garter in the air, and then suddenly he tosses it towards the guys who jump to catch it. Suddenly, someone catches it, and he is none other than Ezekiel. No way, man. He whines and stomps away from there. Now it's time for the flower bouquet toss. Gabriel reminds me, so I get up from the chair and asks the girls to stand up together behind me. 1, 2, and 3. By saying that, I toss the flower bouquet in the air and hear a loud cheer from behind. So I turn around to see that Courtney is the one who has caught the bouquet. Now, Ezekiel, where is the ring? I ask, wiggling my eyebrows at him. Coming very soon. Ezekiel replies with a smug look. Gabriel's POV. Although there are a lot of Alpha and Lunas have come to the party, till now no one has made any comments about Madison's pregnancy, which is good, but I know everyone is wanting to know what's going on. So I decide to the matter in my hand and ask Madison to join me in the stage. Unfortunately, that fucking Alpha Nicholas and his mate Naomi has not come. I know you all have one particular question going on your mind, which is if your Luna Queen is pregnant or not. I let out, making Madison clutch my hand tightly, but I give her hand a squeeze to assure her that I won't do anything wrong. Yes, Alpha King. We would like to know if we are expecting any good news soon. One of the Alphas replies from the crowd. Then let me solve your dilemma. Yes, my mate and your Luna Queen is expecting our first baby, I declare, putting my hand on Madison's baby bump protectively. Everyone around us start congratulating us, making me smile proudly. I can feel my mate's unquivering stare on me, so I look at her to see that has a complete look of surprise all over her face, and I know why it is. She wasn't aware that I'm going to make the declaration, not only that I have called the baby as ours. That means I am accepting the baby. Neither her nor the baby has done anything wrong, so why they will be the one to suffer? If I can accept her, then I can accept the baby as well, because for me, the baby solely belonged to my mate, no one else. Why did you do that? Madison whispers so that no one hear her, because I love you and our baby too. I reply, wiping the stray tears that has managed to slip past her eyes. After bidding goodbye to everyone, Madison and I are on our way towards the airport, where we will board on my private jet to reach our destination. I want to spend some alone time with her, and that's why I have decided to take her for our date right away after the party. I have changed into a cotton t-shirt and a pair of fitted jeans. Madison has also changed from a heavy gown into a long sundress. I have to admit that she is looking extremely mouth-watering, and the pregnancy glow is making her look more vibrant. The car stops on the runway, so I get out of the car first before helping her to get out. I wrap my hand around her waist and walk towards the private jet. I introduce her as my mate to the crew before taking our seats. Do you want to rest? I ask. Yes, that would be great because my feet are killing me, she replies with a groan. Okay, then, let me show you the bedroom. I tell her before standing up and taking her hand in mine to make her follow me to the bedroom. She takes off her heels and gets into the bed before looking at me with hopeful eyes. With a sigh, I take off my shoes and lies down beside her. She snuggles closer to my chest, making me smile. I put my hand around her waist and pull her closer to me. After nearly 1.5 hours of sleep, I wake up by constant knocking on the door. So, I get up, not disturbing my mate, who is still sleeping soundly. I open the door to find an air hostess who informs me that the jet will land in half an hour. I close the door and walk towards the bed, looking at the sleeping face of Madison. She is looking so pure and innocent that no one will believe how badly people have treated her, because she is too good to be treated like an object. But it's not time to discuss all of these, so with that thought in mind, I shake her lightly, which wakes her up. What's wrong? She asks in a raspy voice. We are going to land in half an hour, so get freshen up. I tell her and kiss her on the cheek. I get out of the bedroom and go inside the spare bathroom to do my business. After washing my hands and face, I wipe the excess water with paper towels before going out of the bathroom. A few minutes later, I hear footsteps coming towards where I am sitting, and soon Madison sits across from me, securing the seatbelt around her. Finally, the jet lands and we both get out, not before thanking the crew. A car is already waiting for us on the runway along with some bodyguards, so I help her get into the car and then I get behind her. She looks out the window in awe when the car starts moving. We are in New York? She asks, looking at me with excitement. Yes, darling. We are in New York because apparently this is the most place in the world you wanted to visit, so I can't thought of any other place to bring you for our date. I reply sweetly, making her squeal loudly before she engulfs me in a hug. After 15 minutes of driving, the car stops in front of my penthouse where we will be staying for a week. Both of us get out of the car and make our way inside, where the staff welcome us with flower bouquets. Welcome to New York, Sir Knight and Madam Knight, the head maid says with a bright smile. Thanks for the beautiful flowers, Madison replies politely. Come on, darling, let me show you our bedroom, I tell her and lead her upstairs. The master bedroom is very large compared to the other 5 bedrooms in the villa, with a king-size bed. A Palmiro round crystal chandelier is hung in the middle of the room. The curtains are custom-made along with the bed sheet and pillow covers. But the most important part is the direct view of New York, which can be seen through the large window. It's so pretty. I hear her say aloud, so I walk towards her to see that she is looking at the view. Yes, it is. I agree with her before turning her around to face me. Do you know what's special about tonight? I ask, twirling a strand of her hair in my finger. Our mating night. she replies shyly, making me chuckle, seeing the innocent expression. Are you okay with me making love to you? I ask, caressing her left cheek with my thumb. Yes, I am okay because I know you won't hurt me. Suddenly, my hand stops caressing her cheek, hearing the confidence in her voice. I look at her brown orbs, which are full of hope and belief. Of course, baby, I will always take very good care of you. I let out, making her smile. After changing our traveling clothes, both of us go downstairs to have dinner. The maid has made whole wheat pasta in mushroom sauce, pork ribs with asparagus, cheesy mashed potato. We enjoy the delicious food and bid goodbye to the staff. I have something to do. I will be back in a few minutes. She tells me and rushes inside the bathroom, making me smirk. Madison's POV. When I wake up, I feel pain all over my body, making me think, what's the reason for this sudden pain? But then my eyes fall on a sleeping Gabriel who has his head on my chest, and not only that, he is holding my right boobs in his hand. That's when I remember what we did last night, and I can't help but blush thinking about how I asked for more. What's with the blushing face, baby? Gabriel asks in his extra deep morning voice, making me gasp because 1 minute he is sleeping and now he is staring at me with this intense look that has me squirming. I'm not blushing at all. I deny much to his amusement. Oh, really? I think I should check it myself. By saying this, he hovers over me, making the silk sheet falling out of his body, making me gulp. How are you going to check that? I ask, biting my lower lip. By doing this. He replies and takes my lips in a bruising kiss. After what feels like decades, he stops kissing me, and I get to take some much-needed breath. I look at him with a pout, but all he does is laugh at me before pecking my lips, which makes me smile. He then gets out of the bed, butt naked, and picks me up in his arms in bridal style while I wrap my arms around his neck. He walks into the bathroom and let me use it alone because I don't think I will be able to handle any more sex for some time. Although I am not feeling pain all over my body, but still there is a little ache in my vagina. So I am glad he doesn't insist on showering together. I wash my hair with water before applying shampoo to the scalp properly and rinse it after a few minutes. Then I apply conditioner, which is very necessary after shampooing. I rinse the conditioner with water too, and then start scrubbing my body with my favorite necessary eucalyptus body wash. After 15 minutes, I am done with my shower. Wiping my body with a clean towel, I apply body lotion to make my skin softer. I stand in front of the sink and put a small amount of toothpaste on my toothbrush before starting to brushing my teeth. After rinsing my mouth with water, I start applying moisturizer on my face and neck. I don't know if we will be going out or not, so I don't bother with putting on any makeup. I only apply a little bit of lip gloss and a single coat of mascara. Then I apply the necessary amount of serum on my hair and then blow dry it to make it look better. I come out of the bathroom with only a towel wrapped around my body and directly go inside the closet to look for something comfy to wear. After searching for 10 minutes, I select a light blue floral buttons-down, ruched sweetheart neck sleeveless midi sundress. Because the fabric of the dress is woolen, so it's good for winter with its stretchy and soft touch to the skin. For shoes, I opt for a pair of slippers. When I come out of the closet, I find my mate who is talking to someone over the phone already. He is only wearing a simple black t-shirt and blue jeans, yet he is making me drool over his looks. I walk near him and hug him from behind. He looks back at me and gives me a small smile before continuing to talk to the person. Finally, the call ends, making him turn around and put his palms on my cheeks before kissing me on my forehead. "How are you feeling, baby?" he asks. "I'm feeling good," I reply, smiling at him. "We are staying in here today because I want you to have full rest before we start exploring the city," he says, making me hum. "Thank you for your concern, Gabriel," I reply. Just then my stomach growl, making him look at me with amusement while I give him a sheepish smile. He chuckles and we both walk out of the room with his hand wrapped around my waist. Upon arriving downstairs, we sit down at the dining table and the chef serves us breakfast, which consists of delicious French crepe, tartine, coffee for my dear husband, and orange juice for me. I thank the chef for the amazing breakfast, in which she smiles brightly at me. After breakfast, we go out of the penthouse to look at the flower garden I have been dying to see. I run towards the tulip flower plants and start asking questions about them to the gardener, who is an elder man. He describes me every little detail about the flowers and also promises to provide some books on gardening before I go back to Toronto. I thank him for his generosity before walking back to where Gabriel is standing. "What do you think about the garden?" he asks. "It's so pretty, and I really want to plant some flowers here before we go back to Toronto." I tell him excitedly, "Of course, darling, we are here for 1 week, so you will get plenty of time to fulfill your wish." He replies, making me beam at him. For the next 5 days, we go to see a lot of famous places in New York. I have taken tons of pictures to show our families. At first, Gabriel didn't want to take any photos, but one puppy look from me and boom, he is always ready. I am enjoying every second of our stay here. Every staff in the penthouse is so good to me that it never feels like I'm staying at an unknown place. I also never forget to call Edric and Ariel, as well as Courtney and Ezekiel. I also call Andrew and Merrick to know about their whereabouts. Currently, I'm getting ready for a dinner date, and my excitement level is very high because we're going to a restaurant for dinner date. The restaurant is only a block away from where the penthouse is, and I have seen the from our bedroom but never got to go near it. However, today I will be able to see it from close range. Gabriel is in another guest room because he wants to give me full privacy to get ready. He is really so sweet to think about my well-being all the time. I have decided to wear a red long satin A-line gown which has a cowl neckline with tying thin straps. There is a big leg slit on the left part of the gown. For shoes, I have paired the gown with a sequined silver pumps. I first do my makeup, where I have done silvery smoky eyes and double coat mascara, which is going so well with my blue eyes. I apply red matte lipstick on my lips, making them look more fuller. After that, I straighten my hair to complete the look. When I am satisfied with my makeup and hair, I put on the gown first and next wear the pumps. For jewelry, I am only wearing a pair of dangling diamond cubic zirconia stones earrings. I spray a little amount of perfume before looking at the mirror with a satisfied smile because I am really liking the way the gown is hugging my curves. "Baby, are you done?" Gabriel asks from outside the closet. "Yes, I am coming." I reply and take my purse in my hand before getting out of the closet to see that my mate is looking dashing as always. Upon seeing me, he walks near me and takes my hand in his before kissing the back of it, making me blush like a teenager. He then wraps his hand around my waist, pulling me towards his chest, while adjusts his shirt collar, which is a bit folded on the side. I look up at him to see that he is already looking at me with love, adoration in his eyes. "I still can't believe that such a pretty lady like you is my mate," he comments, caressing my face with the tips of his fingers. "You are not the lucky one because I have gotten such a caring mate like you," I reply, smiling at him. He doesn't say anything, just kisses me softly, making me sigh, feeling content with everything. "Let's go, or we will be late," he remarks, in which I nod my head in response. In hand, we walk out of the building and enter a black limo that is waiting outside for us. When I ask why we need this car for just a few blocks of travel, he replies that there will be paparazzi outside the restaurant, so we have to keep our level set. Although I don't like what he has said, but I can't disagree with him, because he is the top business in the world as well as the king of Werewolf, so he needs to handle this kind of thing. And now that I am his mate, I have to get used to it too. Soon the car stops in front of the restaurant and Gabriel helps me get out of the car. I can see a lot of news reporters and photographers are waiting for us. But like I am instructed earlier, I don't reply to any of their questions and walk inside the restaurant as if there are not many people hovering over us like bees. Surprisingly, the whole restaurant is empty, except for the staff who will be serving us. However, soon I get to know that my mate dearest has booked this whole restaurant for tonight. I can't help but think how much this man will go for making me happy. It's so beautiful in here. I comment, looking outside the restaurant. "Yes, it is," he replies, making me look at him to see that he is looking at me. "Stop looking at me, I am talking about the view." I tell him with blush coating my cheeks. "I am also talking about my view, which is more beautiful than the view you are talking about," he replies casually. You and your cheesy lines. I giggle while taking a sip of the white wine. Oh, so now I am cheesy? Don't forget you have fallen for my cheesy romantic lines. He retorts with a wink. After a few minutes, the waiter comes to take our order. I look at the menu and order beef stroganoff along with honey garlic glazed salmon. On the other hand, Gabriel orders shrimp fettuccine alfredo as well as caprese chicken. The waiter let us know that the order will arrive in 20 minutes before leaving from there. Baby, how are you liking our stay in New York so far? Gabriel asks. This is the best vacations I ever have in my life. The place is so wonderful and there are so many sights to see. Thank you so much for bringing me here for our first date, I reply, feeling thankful. This is just the start, darling. I will take you on more vacations better than this one. You just wait and watch. He remarks, taking my hand in his. I can't wait for them, I reply, smiling brightly at him. By the way, you have told me that you want to become a fashion designer. So, when are you going to start? He asks. I think I will be taking a few months break because right now I want to enjoy our life together to the fullest. Also, our pup will be born soon, so I want to put that on my top list. Then I will start working on my career as a fashion designer, I reply. You can do whatever you want, and if you need my help in anything, don't hesitate to ask for it, he says, making me smile. Just as I am going to reply, the waiter brings our food, so I decide to stay quiet for now and enjoy the delicious-looking food. First, I take a bite from the juicy beef, and oh my God, it feels like my mouth is completely salivating by all the flavors. Do you want to taste the chicken? Gabriel asks, holding a piece of chicken in front of me. Sure, why not? I reply before taking the piece of chicken in my mouth and chew slowly to let the flavors settle down nicely. It's quite nice, I comment. Here, try this one, I say while holding a piece of salmon on a fork in front of his mouth. Although I don't like fish very much, but this one is pretty good, he comments after chewing the salmon. Both of us finish the food while talking with each other. Then I order a small slice of cheesecake and both of us share it. Suddenly, the lights around us switched off, making me scared. However, I feel a hand grab my hand and without any hesitation, I know who it is. Come on, let's dance, he says and helps me getting us from my place. Just then, a sweet tune of violin starts playing and dim lights switch on from the sides, making the place look very romantic. I put my arms around his neck while he wraps his hands around my waist. We sway with the light rhythm of the soothing sound of the violin, and soon I feel myself being picked up in his arms by the back of my knees. I look at him before bending down to kiss him on the lips. I love you, Gabriel, I whisper near his lips. I love you too, baby, he replies, making me smile.